Right, YouTube. So, welcome to today's video. Now, the title of today's video, I know you saw it, Why I Deserve to Be Famous. But I want you to listen very closely to what I'm about to say. Wait, and not famous in the like Hollywood, like actor famous, but more in the like bodybuilding sense. But besides the point, I know people generally say like, yeah, Zan's a pretty humble guy. And like I do like to be humble, and I do think I am humble because I started from like nothing, like something really, really far away from where I am now. But of course, I also understand that, like, in the bodybuilding sense, I know that inevitably, like, I'm gonna either come up now or it's gonna be down the line because I'm gonna continue to get bigger and I'm gonna continue to grow. But even besides the point of like growth, I just understand that my body structure, like my bone structure, my height, my wingspan, my insertions, my striations, the muscle maturity, there's a lot that goes into like making a physique look complete. Now, keep in mind, this is my physique with zero pump. Like I have, okay, you can see I have somewhat decent lighting, even though there's just like natural lighting in here. But you can see like for 3 years, my progress was really, really good. But of course, that's also due to my genetics that helped me like put on muscle a lot faster, but also in a different way because there is different I guess what you could say is ranks to a physique in terms of like, okay, you have a person that has definition, then from definition it's like maybe more vascularity, then size, leanness, how shredded you are, etc, 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 right? But I understand that like I have all of the components of like what it has to be deemed like the perfect physique. And I can understand too that like this is my physique now 3 years in, but the like a plateau doesn't exist. I used to think like I can't get any bigger, but now I realize like on top of proper dieting and proper training and enough recovery, you can keep on putting a ton of size and get stronger at the same time. Of course, you need to do everything correctly. And sure, some people can follow the same diet and they won't look the same. Let's say, for an example, I weigh 165 pounds at 5'9" with a I'd say 6'2", 6'3" wingspan, right? Like my hands in comparison to like the size of most things looks gigantic. So like I understand that as I go, like I still have so much of my frame to fill out. You guys can't even see my legs, but like I have like a long torso. I have long femur. My quads are long. Like my insertions are all there. By the way, check out my Instagram. About to maybe link it here, but I had like a crazy quad picture that like sure, I had all, like the genetics, I have the bone structure, I have everything there, but last year like I didn't have that, you know what I mean? Because I didn't work for it. So it just shows that like you can work for anything that you want. But again, like I'm saying, it's like it's more than just work. There's certain people that the way they're born, the way that their body is, like it's just suited for bodybuilding. It's suited for putting on muscle. And I know I fall into that category because of how my upbringing was, how I played a lot of sports, how I always was very active, and that's how it was. Even my vascularity in my forearms that I've always had, like I had that from the start. Like I had the abs, I had the shoulders, right? I'll put another image up here again, but like I had everything in the start. I had like the perfect frame for it. All I had to do was work to get to this point. But what I'm saying is like I got to this point now, but it was so much harder to get from where I was to where I am now versus where I am now to where I'm going to be in 2 years because I know everything that I have to do. I know exactly what I have to do to continue to get bigger. So in a sense, I know that like, okay, a lot of what deems on how well you do on social media, let's say your size has a big thing to do with it. Your physique actually is kind of what's your credibility along with your personality. But of course, your physique is kind of what you're known for. So like I have been posting for years. Like I've been trying to get onto people's explore page, get onto people's for you page. But the thing is, I never had the physique back then. And then now that I'm finally starting to get somewhere, people are starting to notice. But what I'm saying is that I will continue to get bigger. I will continue to double in size, get stronger, eat more, do everything that I have to do. And even if now I don't have the name, 2 years from now, this physique will be nothing compared to where I will be. So I have always had full like conviction that one day it's gonna happen, that one day I'm gonna make it. And I never really like posted videos about it. I never really made it clear to people that I'm confident in myself, that I know what I'm capable of. But I want this to be the first marker, the first milestone of like, I want to be able to look back on this video like 3 years in the future and be like, damn, he finally had the courage to like say what he really wants to say and like say what he thinks. Because I do really feel like from the start, I always knew I was gonna like be something, but at the same time, I had like nothing to back it up. I didn't have the physique, I didn't have the followers on Instagram, I had nothing, right? But now that I'm starting to get somewhere, I realize that there is a potential, that this is my opportunity to do something with my life, especially if I want to, become my own boss and take care of myself. I want to continue to do bodybuilding for years and years on end. And keep in mind, this is even talking about the potential of starting a cycle years down the line, when I have all the muscle maturity, when I have everything ready and I get my blood work done and I have the lab results. But again, I know that I won't regret looking back on this video in the future, because I always had faith in myself, even when people did not have faith in me. But if you guys enjoyed this video, let me know in the comments. I do have a lot to say that I usually just don't say on camera, but at this point, I'm starting to realize that I kind of speak and dream and wish things into existence, because this is a pattern that I followed when I was a kid. Everything that I have now, I asked for back then. So I know if I give it another chance, it'll happen one more time.